Yes, darlings, I am back. And apparently so is this guy too. So I'll give you a separate video and everything later concerning this, but let's get down to the review. So welcome to Cinephile Entertainment. I'm the Cinephile critic and I'm back. And so is this guy right here too. What's up? Love the shiny suit. Really brings out the sex trafficking in your eyes. Deadpool 2. So Deadpool 2 is directed by David Leitch and stars Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. He reprises his role in the second installment of Deadpool. So I'm going to say the names of the new ones. So you got Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, which is not new. You have Josh Brolin as Cable. One of my favorites actually that is in this movie. So you have Zazie Beetz as Domino, TJ Miller as Wessel, and Brianna Hildebrand as Negasonic Teenage. You know her name already. I have Julian Dennison as, I think it's Firestorm or Firefist or something like that. I think it's Firefist. His name is. I think it's Firefist. And he's a 14-year-old boy that they must save. Ryan Reynolds reprises his role as Deadpool, and Deadpool's on this journey of discovering what is in his heart, because something happened in the beginning which is major, which I'm not going to spoil, but I think most people who want to see this film has already seen this film already because I'm late with my review. Deadpool is trying to search about, you know, his heart, because something happens. He tries to get over to this other side and he can't go any further. He can't. There's like a wall, an opaque wall that he can't go through, because his heart is not in the right place. His heart needs to be fixed. He has to do other things outside of himself. He hasn't got the right heart to enter into this different dimension. Kind of on a quest of trying to search for, you know, how to change his heart. And obviously in a way of doing that, you have the buckle or the amazement of what Deadpool is. The first act for me personally, this is my personal opinion, the first act kind of went chicka 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 chicka. I thought the first act was a slightly bit slow. It was chugging along, and I was wondering when I was in the film what they were going to do, what direction it was going to go in. I didn't see any trailers, I didn't see nothing. I kind of kept away for a lot of press from this film, and afterwards I was going to, you know, go back and watch everything. But I didn't see no press for this film, and it's one part of me keeping away. The other part, there was so much things that was happening. You had Black Panther and its press run and what it was doing. Then you had Infinity War that came out and what it was doing, and then, you know, Deadpool came out. So I think before then, Deadpool had, you know, the reins of what, you know, of all eyes on it, basically, when it came out the first time. This time, it's not that it has competition, but there's been other distractions, basically, because, you know, there's not really many distractions in January because it's after Christmas. So you're not really going to have many distractions in January. And Deadpool came out in February, and there was not many distractions there. Whereas this year, there's been loads of distractions. I haven't really seen much of its campaign. It has done some. The ones that I have seen is well, but I thought they were very good. But they weren't as good as the first one. I thought the first one they were able to capitalize on something very genius. And I think the Blair Witch Project was the only other film that had this really interesting kind of marketing, where, you know, there was conspiracies and everything linked to this website and everything else, and the way they did it was very ingenious. And Deadpool, you know, years later, almost a decade, I think more than a decade later, you know, revamps it and does it in a new way, which I thought was amazing. This time, I don't think they were able to catch the public as much as they wanted to. Deadpool is one of those films that is needed in especially in this era. We have a lot of, one of the things that Deadpool did, and I credit Deadpool with so much, is give us different flavors of superhero. I think it first started with um, Captain America Winter Soldier. It gave us a different flavor of what a superhero can be. And Deadpool 1 kind of led the way in order for something so amazing like Logan to be able to be made. It broke the mold. And Deadpool is something that is needed because when you have this Infinity War and, you know, things happening in Wakanda and things happening in, you know, the whole world and everything else, it's that meta that you need. It's that meta that makes you laugh. It's so appropriate and also so inappropriate that it's just wonderful. Character of Deadpool. They really understand what he's supposed to do, where he lands in this particular universe, and they utilize him very well. I feel. I don't think all of the jokes landed, but most of them did. The way how, you know, the props, the way how Deadpool is used, the props in this film, even though this film, as you can see, costs more than what the original film cost to make, it's not overly blown. You know, it's utilized in a very smart way. It still feels a lot grounded. Like there was some parts in the film when it came to the second act, I was laughing when, you know, they're building up a superhero to go and get this boy, and what happened, what ended up transpiring in that situation, it's so funny. Like Deadpool is it's a breath of fresh air. So you get quality as well with this one. You get really good writing, very good acting. You know, even though it's mellow and it's, you know, light, you know, they stick to the script per se. They stick to what they're supposed to do. And one of my standout characters wasn't actually Bishop. I thought Bishop in this character, I thought Bishop in this film was okay. He was nothing to rave about personally for me. But I thought Domino, oh my god, she was amazing. She was amazing, and I loved the little kid. I loved the Fire Fist or whatever his name was. I thought he was brilliant. And they actually put some interesting points up as well, that why there is no big superhero. So that's one thing. Writing is brilliant. It's still witty. As I said, I think it picked up for me in the second act, and the second act and the third act was just brilliant for me. I wasn't expecting to see certain things. I'm not going to explain it. I'm not going to go into details. I'm not going to spoil it because it's a film the less you know about, the better it is, you know, and then, you know, you'll be cracking jokes later. So I personally feel that this film is a really good film. It's a very good sequel. I don't think it's as good as the first one. I think in some ways it's better than the first one, but then in other ways it's not. But this is a very good sequel. And for me, I'm going to be rating this film as hauntingly good. I feel that this is a very well done film. They recaptured what Deadpool is, and it's one of those films where I'm happy that it exists. It's, you know, I'm really happy that this film exists. It's one of the films that's going to stick around, and people will be quoting it for a long time. What did you think about this film in comparison to 1 or 2? Do you think they can possibly be a third one, or do you think they should quit at 2? Let's get this conversation started. I'd love to know what you think, and thank you for watching my review. If you liked what you see, please subscribe. If you're thinking, oh, darling, I need more before I give you my subscription, then hopefully I will see you again. And remember, until next time, keep safe. Bye.